Yo, what's up guys, it's Exilitay here, welcome back to another video. So this is a very highly requested video. You guys have been waiting months for this. And in this video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to get my one-to-one exact settings and how I tweak my actual pure PPfilter settings as well. So how this video is going to work, I'm just going to show you guys obviously some gameplay, and then I'll show you my actual filter settings. And then I'll show you a comparison on how they look from default settings to the tweaked version, for example. Just to keep in mind, it may look different for you guys depending on what track or cars you're using and the time of day, the weather, the Skydomes. These factors all obviously factor in. I'm going to be showing you guys first for LCS, and then I'll move on to Gamma. So let's just get right into it. So as you guys can see, this is my LCS filter. So I'm going to quickly show you how it looks by defaults. Here's defaults, and this is the tweaked version. If I pause it as well, you'll probably see it a bit more. The actual difference is very subtle. I don't tweak my filters hard. My filter is designed for plug and play. I'll quickly now cycle through the pages to just show you guys what settings I'm using. So exposure tone mapping is default, Exilitay FX, lumen sharpening is on by default, and I'm using photorealism unified color engine with a vibrance of 1. Reflections, literally that's default, and then 1.1 sky gamma. Exilitay film color grade, I do sometimes tweak around with the actual color profile, and you guys can too. Bloom is default. World is also default, however I do have a higher sky brightness in this case. Let's put that back to 35, save. God rays default, and emissives is default. Also, just to note, I am using an unreleased chase camera I'm working on. It's my sort of racing style chase camera. It's quite cinematic. I will be releasing that in the next graphics pack. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Here's how it looks on the interior. This is also with my updated NeckFX. It looks a bit weird at the moment because I'm using a replay and the AI car, so it does sometimes bug out a little bit. But I do have a video on my actual updated NeckFX. I'll link that in the video description below. So one thing I forgot to mention as well was the CSP version I'm using. So you will need the full version from Ilia. So I'm using 0.3.0 preview on 4E. I think there's a newer version, 2.12. I have used this, but I do prefer this version currently. This one's working for me. I'm not really getting any bugs either. And for the weather effects, I'm currently on 3.14, and this is LCS, of course. There we go. So we're going to use the same replay for Pure Gamma. I've quickly loaded up the same replay, same car for Pure Gamma. So let's see. I'm going to quickly show you guys my current settings. So exposure is defaults, tone mapping is defaults as well, using GC7 blend. Exilitay FX is the same as the LCS one, just using unified color engine, and lumen sharpness is done by default. Reflections, I did do a couple tweaks here. Color, I'm using Exilitay film. This is probably my go-to, which is the default color grade. Bloom is also defaults. As you can see, world tab, haven't really changed anything here. Sometimes I like to change the actual fog. If I pause the video, as you can see, it does make quite a big difference to the actual fog style. So let's actually use Exilitay style here. Okay, so I'm actually going to go back here and I'm going to use 0.5 master vibrance. I feel like 1 was a bit too much. Let's go back now. Let's see, I'm going to leave the rest as the same. Could maybe tweak the clouds, make it a little bit brighter. So that's pretty much it. I'll also show you guys that I'm using the default settings on the pure config. So all the blue values I forgot to mention are the ones that are they're built into the actual script. So the whole config, you don't have to manually import it. It's already loaded when you actually enable the v1.09 filter. Same as my previous versions as well. Just to show you the clouds tab, I'm using obviously my own custom Skydomes, and the rest is all defaults. I usually put this weather snow size at 0 just because I don't like the snow. Sometimes when the rain is on, it's snow instead. So as you guys saw, I don't really change much when it comes to the actual filter settings. The filter is new, of course, so it definitely needs time just to test out and use. I'm sure I'll get another video out with my updated filter settings, or maybe even I'll put my filter settings in my Discord server. With the config, I did forget to mention as well, there is a setting in here that you should turn off in the Clouds tab. It's called Clouds 2D Advanced Shadows. This sometimes causes just random layers of shadows, like when the sun is visible, the sun won't actually show on it won't actually emit light. So turn this off at all times, and also I turn this on if you obviously are in a game and you want to control your headlights. Normally, just keep these at default, and that's pretty much it. So I've just loaded into a single player just to show you guys how I tweak my filter for the actual photos, just for like single player static photos, I would say. So I'm using LCS currently. I have been using LCS a lot more than Gamma. I've just spent a lot more time tweaking it, and the actual system and how everything works just looks a whole lot better. So as you can see, I'm still using the same settings as before. I'll show you defaults and tweaks. You can see there's not much of a difference. I actually prefer the look on defaults. In this case, for photos, it will vary, of course, especially with the lighting, the time of day, and all that sort of stuff. So let's go ahead and actually turn on, let's use vibrance this time. Let's raise this to 0.5. Raise this a little bit as well. Mid to gamma. Let's put this up a little bit. Let's go ahead and add some chromatic aberration as well. Let's see. Raise the sky gamma. And the polarizing filter. Color. See, this one looks quite good in this case. Kodak looks good as well. We're gonna just stick with film. I don't know why, I just really like it. It just looks really clean. I'm just gonna use Exilitay film, keep everything else defaults. Let's see what bloom looks good in this case. Let's go for like a bloomy look here. We're gonna go with GT style. Let's actually turn off the headlights. Just force them off for this photo. Sweet, so I'm gonna leave that all the same as well. Let's go to the world tab. Let's use dense fog for this photo. Raise the brightness a little bit. Let's type that in. And that's pretty much it. So as you guys saw, I usually keep exposure and tone mapping default. I've just made it so like the actual system just looks good on default settings, so it's just plug and play, nice and easy. Let's show you how this looks on defaults and how it looks with the tweaked version. There we go. So this is how it looks just with the sunset in the background. So that's pretty much everything covered. If there's something I did miss out, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to cover that in the next video or the next guide. I will try to do more tutorials and guides like this. Certainly like ones, for example, I might do more tutorials on how to make your game look more photorealistic, how to make your game look more dreamy, stuff like this, because the pure PV app this filter is quite powerful. You can make your game look however you desire. Obviously you can spend days or even weeks tweaking, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So that's why I just want to make these tutorials, so it's just easy for you guys to copy the settings and just get the look that you want. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like and comment down below. That would really help me out. So of course I'm going to keep working on my filters and mods. As you saw, the chase camera and NeckFX is coming out in the next graphics pack. The v1.09 will be included in the graphics pack, as well as my updated CSP and video settings. Not much has changed there, but obviously the filter and the chase camera mod and NeckFX is quite a big upgrade. So I do also have an SRP skin that I'm working on. I'm not too sure how long that's going to take me, but I will keep you guys updated, especially everyone who has my Exilitay exclusive tier. They'll have the work in progress updates on my Discord channel, Discord server. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you later. Peace.